So what's going on? Come back at you one more time to talk about Don't Be April's Fool with Your Finances. A series that I promised you guys I was going to do every day of the month for the month of April about your finances. So this is something that's important. So you see it says term life insurance. You might think, oh, he's talking about insurance. No, this is something to do with your personal finances that can help you help your family out. But you got to know how to use it. You got to know what it is and what kind of benefits it has for you. Okay. So, like I said, don't be April's fool with your finances. You guys want more information, you can reach out to me at legendarylegacygroup.com or hit us up, shoot us an email, legendarylegacygroup.llg at gmail.com. Legendary Legacy Group, LLG at gmail.com. All right, so like I said, don't be April's fool with your finances. We're going to talk about term insurance, how it can help you out, right? A lot of people think that insurance is about for when you die. That is one of the main components of insurance policy, right? Life insurance is supposed to help you when you pass away to replace your income, to make sure your family is taken care of, that your paycheck isn't missed, and that they don't have to live a different life. They can possibly live a better life, right? So you got to take care of your family. But let me tell you about term insurance, okay? So when people hear term insurance, they pretty much understand what it is, but I'm going to break it down for you anyway. All right, so term insurance is usually going to last you 10, 20, or 30 years. Okay, 10, 20, or 30 years. There are some carriers that go a little longer than that. There are, but we're going to talk about what the norm is. What the norm is 10, 20, or 30 years. Think about that, which most people don't understand. This is where your finances come into play. After those 10, 20, or 30 years, depending on which one. So let's just say you got it for 20 years, okay? But you get a piece of paper, the application, the policy, when the agent comes over and you see the policy and it keeps going, like the numbers keep going, but you're not paying no attention because you don't know. You just know what your agent told you, right? And maybe they didn't really explain it to you. But let's just say you got that policy the last 20 years. When it comes to that 20th year, after that 20th year, you have no more coverage, okay? You have to tell that insurance carrier, yeah, I'll keep the policy. I'll keep the policy past my 20 years worth of coverage. When you do that, give you an example. Say you're paying $50 a month for $500,000 in coverage, all right, for 20 years. But you want to keep this policy when it comes, past those 20 years, that $50 a month is probably going to turn to like $150, $200 a month, right? And then the next year, it's going to turn into $300 a month. That's how, when people don't explain term insurance, you get stuck where, oh my God, how am I going to pay for this? You 20 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years older, how you going to pay for insurance that keeps going up every year? So that's why you have to understand 10, 20, or 30 years are usually the norm with term insurance, all right? It's very affordable, right? What did I say? $50, $100, $500,000 in coverage, $300,000 in coverage, whatever, right? Just throwing out some numbers. Don't quote me on that. But you can get insurance, term insurance, for a very affordable price. Very affordable. So it's going to be low cost. It's going to be high coverage. Okay, so low cost to you, what you give an insurance carrier every month. And if you pass away, your family's going to get a nice dollar amount to bury you, to do whatever, fix up the house. Invest, do whatever they want to do with that money, right? Make that money work for them, okay? Some term policies are convertible. Some are convertible. So how I was telling you that they last for 10, 20, or 30 years, well, some policies, before you get to the end of the term, you can convert it. You can convert it to a permanent policy. Excuse me. You can convert it to a permanent policy, and now you can have part of that term policy is now permanent. Okay, so now you have coverage that's going to last you to 100 years old, 121 years old, because you converted part of the term into a perm. Not Soul Glow, but into a perm, okay? Permanent policy, permanent coverage. All right, so look for policies that are convertible. Not everybody out there will convert your policy. So make sure when you're talking to whoever's getting you this policy, the insurance agent, financial services rep, make sure that you ask, is this convertible before the policy ends? Okay. Now, this is a major thing too, right? What do we say? It's usually going to last you 10, 20, or 30 years. It's affordable. You can convert these policies from term to permanent, but this is something that even with all insurance, especially term insurance, that you have to be on the lookout for. Make sure all three accelerated, that's what ABR stands for, accelerated benefit riders, or some people call them living benefits, are included. Okay, make sure all three accelerated benefit riders or living benefits are included. Make sure. Now, most, even, term, whatever, really with term, no, most companies, some companies only have terminal. There are some companies that's all they have is terminal. But a lot of term policies only have terminal. Terminal means you're going to pass away. To go to the doctor, they say you're going to pass away in 2 years, right? That's all they're giving you is 2 years. Some companies might be 3. The average is 2 years from the doctors say your life expectancy is 2 years. That's it. So now you can access part of your policy. We're going to use that $500,000 number, right? So if you have a terminal illness and you have a $500,000 term policy, now you can access part of their policy, usually up to 90% with some companies, right? So now you have a big chunk of change that you're going to get paid from the insurance carrier. The policy is going to end, but you get a nice chunk of change from the insurance carrier. And now you can do whatever you want to, live your last 2 years out, traveling the world, getting the best medical help, see if something can happen. Or you can, get some trust for your grandbabies or something, set somebody up with a business, whatever you want to do. That's your money. That's terminal. 2 years, and that's it. So we're going to talk about critical. Okay, so critical is going to be something like if you have a heart attack, a stroke, like renal failure, something that's very traumatic to your body. Yes, you're not going to pass away, but you kind of messed up. Okay, but you're going to survive. So it's a nice little list of critical injuries, illnesses that qualify for that. You get a certain percentage of your death benefit for that too. And then chronic is a good one, okay? So people don't even know about this, that these come with these policies. So if you cannot perform this is with chronic, 2 of the 6 activities of daily living, okay? Chronic is 2 of the 6 activities of daily living. So what are those activities? So bathing, dressing, transferring, so that's moving room to room, eating, toileting, and continence. So bathing, continence, toileting, eating, transferring, and what was the last one? Dressing. Yeah, dressing yourself. All right, so 2 of those 6, if you can't do them for a consecutive 90 days, and it has to be documented, a consecutive 90 days, that's with chronic, then you get part of your death benefit for that too. So, you guys, I just broke down some stuff with term policies. Don't be April's fool. Check to see what you have. If you have a term policy, if you have all the accelerated benefit riders or living benefits, they call them, they interchange the language, but a lot of companies call them accelerated benefit riders. Most have terminal, but you want to check for all 3. Most term policies are not convertible. You want to find companies that can convert it. They last 10, 20, 30 years. Some companies go a little more than that. And they're low cost, very low cost and high coverage. You guys got any questions, reach out. Website, legendarylegacygroup.com. Email legendarylegacygroup@gmail.com. Like, share, respond, everything you do on social media. All right. Have a good rest of your day. Great rest of your week. Great rest of your month. Great rest of your year. Have a great rest of your life, y'all. I'll be talking to you soon. All right.